All right, how's everybody tonight? On this new release Wednesday, just one new release product tonight and only 2 breaks in total, both of which will be fairly quick this evening. But we do have a little bit of information to go over before we start ripping into things. So let's get rolling with that. If I can get myself on the right page, that is. Sorry, guys. Still allergy and asthma season for me, unfortunately. Feedback 100% automated on eBay. That way you never have to wait on me. Anytime you leave positive feedback for me, you are instantly going to get the same in return. And of course, far more importantly there, a big thank you. Always appreciate you being here, bidding, breaking, chatting, hanging out with me, keeping me company, and all that stuff. We are next going to take a look at what's coming up in the days ahead. So tomorrow night, we have, what do we have tomorrow night? A case of Game Day Greats autographed full-size football helmets and an inner case of Illusions football, which will be the last of the Illusions football. Then on Friday, we're going to start early on Friday at 8:30 Eastern, 5:30 Pacific, like we did tonight, of course. And we've got a couple of new release products. The Leaf Autograph Mini Football helmets. We'll do a half case break of those. And then Impeccable Football. We'll do a full case break of that nice high-end product. And then National Treasures Baseball will wrap up Friday night. Saturday will be a case of Series 2 autographed football jerseys. Those are, again, Game Day Greats. We'll do another case of Clearly Authentic, and we will do another case of Bowman Chrome Baseball. Sunday night is an off night. On Monday, I see I've got a typo in there, but we're going to open a pair of Gold Rush Series 2 autographed baseball jerseys and another case of Impeccable Football. Here's what you need to know about what we're opening tonight. Clearly Authentic will be first. Archive Signature Series Retired Player will be second. I am anticipating that both breaks will probably get out the door on Saturday. Now, as always, if I can get something out faster than that, I will. And if something unexpected happens, could always slide a day later, which in that case would be Monday. But as it stands right now, I think Saturday is probably fairly likely. This is not a difficult break to sort. Sorry again, guys. And consolation cards. If you get skunked in this break tonight, and you in either of these breaks, and you don't hit anything at all, you are still going to get consolation card or cards. They will ship out with the rest of the break. Since this is a paid shipping break, they will just automatically ship when the rest of the break goes. So first up is a 20-box case of Clearly Authentic Baseball. This just released today, of course, so this is break number 1. Everything we're opening tonight ended tonight on eBay, which is Wednesday night, the 9th of October, and you've got your team names there on the left-hand side, winning bidders across from each team on the opposite side. And so we'll put up a new spreadsheet, of course, when we do the next break. This is just for the first one. Now, there is one other thing I need to point out to you, and that's because I didn't find this out until after the auction had ended. So if you should have a message from me if you own the Marlins and the Diamondbacks in this break. I'm going to have to refund your purchase because apparently there are no Diamondbacks and there are no Marlins in Clearly Authentic, which I was unaware of at the time I listed them. In fact, I was unaware of it until about 20 minutes ago. So if you've got Diamondbacks and Marlins, you're going to be getting a refund, and you already have a message from me letting you know about that, okay? So we are ready to get into a little Clearly Authentic here. Of course, it sounds like a lot, right, because it's a 20-box case, but most of you have probably opened this before, so you know that it is a 1 card per box kind of product. So it really doesn't take as long as you might think. Probably the longest amount of time is getting it out of the packaging. These smell kind of funky too. You know, sometimes I don't know what it is, the ink they use on the boxes or something, but certain releases, when we get them, I don't know, they smell kind of funky. This happens to be one of those. So I'm sure the cards will be fine, but the outer boxes smell kind of, you know, weird a little. YouTube has changed my layout here as to what I am looking at. I don't quite know why either. It's super weird, but anyway, I guess we'll just leave it like it is. And let's see what we've got in our first handful of boxes. We are starting out with the Nationals and a little Victor Robles, and I forgot to change the settings, didn't I? In my haste to get into the new release product. So yeah, guys, I'm going to tweak this autofocus setting a little bit, and that is going to make your background go out of focus, but it will also mean we can look at the cards up a little closer, a little nicer that way, isn't it? So first out, the Nationals and Victor Robles, and doesn't appear to be numbered on that acetate that I can see anywhere. Second out, we have the Detroit Tigers. That is Christian Stewart coming out for Detroit. Sean Reed Foley is here. That one is numbered to 10. You can, maybe you can, hang on a minute. Now you can probably see the numbering on it. Sean Reed Foley there for the Blue Jays. And the Mariners are out next with Justice Sheffield. We might as well just put that little white one behind all of them the first time through, hadn't we? Makes it a little easier to see. I think so anyway. How about that Cardinals-Braves game? Man alive. I mean, Cardinals just came out and laid 10 runs on them right there in the first inning and never looked back, and that was pretty much the ball game right there after the first inning. It was fairly well done, crazily enough. Don Mattingly, here's a nice one for the Yankees, numbered to 50. Next up, you have the Brewers and Jesus Aguilar. So, of course, Dodgers and Nats getting ready to play. It's going to be Buehler versus Strasburg tonight. A little Dennis Eckersley. That's cool, for the Oakland A's. And that's on one of the 150, greatest moments, greatest seasons kind of thing. Anyway, it's numbered to 50, and it's the A's. Cedric Mullins comes out for the Baltimore Orioles. And that group is done. Did I cut that a minute ago? Yeah, I did already. Yeah, see, I told you, getting it out of the packaging takes longer than anything else, doesn't it? The rest of it pretty quick, since these are all encased and ready to go. Tampa Bay Rays, Blake Snell. Still in the playoff hunt as well at the moment. Houston Astros, Kyle Tucker. It's going to come down to Garrett Cole to pick up the Astros and carry them over the finish line tomorrow. We'll see if he can do it or not. The Atlanta Braves have Kyle Wright. And another Victor Robles, but this one is numbered to 5. You can see it down there in that lower right-hand corner. So the first Victor Robles, I think, was unnumbered. That one, though, very nice low number. All right. Oh, we got a mini. Yay. Is that Chipper? Yeah, it's Chipper Jones. Very cool. Numbered to 30 for the Atlanta Braves. It's kind of hard to get that one to, it's such a dark card. The colors on it and everything are so dark. It's hard to get it to show up well, even with the white behind it. There you go, Mets. That's the guy you're looking for. Pete Alonso, numbered to 50 for the Mets. Tampa Bay Rays, Brandon Lowe. And the Cubbies, it's a nice one with Chris Bryant. And Chris is numbered to 25, it looks like. And we've got 4 left here to finish up this case. Not a bad case so far. Of course, Clearly Authentic is always fun because it's the active players, and, you know, we all love to chase them. But boy, it's hard to get, too. They don't ever give me enough of this. Never, ever. That is numbered to 10. We've got another mini, and once again, those dark colors make it a little bit tough to see. But you have got, of course, the Cleveland Indians there, numbered to 10 with Ramirez. There's another Tucker for the Astros. I think we already saw him once. This one, though, is numbered, I believe that says to 50 down there in the lower corner. Got another one of our 150 for the, whatever you want to call them, the 150 years of baseball type things. Minnesota Twins. Bert, I never say his name right. Well, whatever. Bert. I can't say his name right. Never have been able to. Last out, it is the Cardinals. The winning Cardinals from tonight. Paul DeYoung is last out. All right, so we'll do a quick little recap of this. You have got Indians. Oh, you can see it better there all of a sudden for a second. I don't know. Something about the lighting right there hit better than it had anywhere else, didn't it? Tampa Bay Rays, the Mets, Chipper Jones for the Braves, the Nationals, Cardinals, Twins, Astros, Cubbies, Orioles, Oakland A's, followed by Braves, Astros, Tampa Bay Rays, Milwaukee Brewers, New York Yankees, the Mariners, the Blue Jays, the Tigers, and the Nationals. So all in all, not a bad deal there either in terms of sorting it out by teams. I mean, that's pretty well done for the most part. I mean, you know, sometimes they will really kind of throw them in there for one team and at the exclusion of everybody else. But they did a little better this time. I mean, there's still a couple of teams that have more than one hit, but not a terrible amount of them. Let's get spreadsheet info up here one more time. All right, so if you didn't see this a moment ago, here's the deal. Saturday is the most likely date that this is going to get on the way to you, what we're breaking tonight. If I can get it sent out sooner, I will absolutely do so. If something unexpected happens, it could always go a day later, which in this case would make it Monday. But I think Saturday is probably fairly likely. And consolation cards, if you get skunked in this break and don't pull anything at all, you will still get a package in the mail. It will have consolation card or cards in it, and it will ship out when the rest of the break heads out the door, since it is a paid shipping break. So this is a 20-box case of Archive Signature Series Retired Player Edition. This is break number 3. Same as before, team names on one side, winning bidders on the other. This, of course, also ended tonight on eBay, which is Wednesday night, the 9th of October. We had one team that didn't sell. That's the Arizona Diamondbacks. So the D-backs, if anything were to come out for them, would hang out here with me. Otherwise, it's all going to be heading out the door to one of you. So let's get this case up here. and crack into it and see what we can find. Yeah, Buckeye, you've got it in there, but the way it's written in there, it still leaves me exactly, I mean, basically all you did was just kind of spell it again. But my problem is that I can't pronounce the guy's name the way it's spelled, right? So, yes, I know. But you guys know I'm terrible with name pronunciations, and some of the names, I just look at them and I can't pronounce them, and that's just one of them. But anyway, you know who it was. You saw him on there. He's one of the good old vets, retired guys, Hall of Famers for the Twins. So probably everybody else in the whole free world knows how to say it, but not me. All right. We have Cliff Lee for the Mariners as our first out tonight. I'm sorry, that's numbered 221. It's up there in that upper left, and it's very faintly written, but it is there. Vizquel for the Indians. That, I believe, is a 1 of 1. We usually find a handful of 1 of 1s in here. Buckeye says the part of the reason you watch is to listen to me try to pronounce the names. Yeah, I don't blame you, man. Another 1 of 1 follows that one. This is Torrey Hunter for the Twins. It's a nice little hit for Minnesota. The Oakland A's and Jose Canseco, number 216. Originally an Allen and Ginter type deal. Yeah, I really can't get over how badly the Cardinals beat the Braves tonight. Like, it's like the Braves just gave up, right? After that first inning, they just didn't even care about the other 8 almost. It was bad. It was a beat down, man. Bill North for the Giants, numbered to 99. And here is Jimmy Key. That is numbered to 18. Little stadium club there for the Blue Jays. And Ricky Henderson. Now, why in the world? Now, look what they did. Golly, man. Okay, so, yeah, it's encased, and it's in a sleeve, but it's all not the size it fits in there, so it's all crooked and crazy. It is a 1 of 1, and it is a Ricky Henderson. It's for the Yankees, and thank God it is in a sleeve, so because it's rolling around in there, obviously, but it doesn't hurt it because the edges are within the sleeve. But it kind of blows, too. You're like, why would you? I don't know. You would think there'd be a better way to do it than the way they did it. That's all I'm saying. All right, this is Juan Gonzalez. We're in a 1 of 1 kind of case here. There is the Texas Rangers. That is our third 1 of 1 out of here, I think. Buckeye, you said when you watch the replays in the mornings, it's early, and you laugh so hard you wake up your neighbors. Well, I'm sure they appreciate that, man. They're like, God, guy. 5:30 in the morning. But hey, I'm glad that my inability to properly pronounce names gets you off to a good start to your morning. Because hey, we all need something to start our day off well, right? I don't mind if it's making fun of me. I'm cool with that. That's a 1 of 1 Andrew Jones. So we're definitely in one of those cases with lots of 1 of 1s. Bobby Cox, that's kind of cool for the Blue Jays. I like when we pull the manager autographs. We don't seem to get those all that often. It is numbered to 20. And the Dodgers, where's the number on this? Oh, it's up there at the top. 51, I think that says. I can barely even catch that. The Mets with Kranepool. Don't see a lot of Ed Kranepool stuff. That's numbered to 71. Two-0 Dodgers, nobody out, bottom of the first. Dang, so Strasburg did not get off to a good start then. Did somebody get a home run? I'm taking it. I really don't. It's okay with me whichever of those teams wins. I mean, honestly, I probably have I like the Dodgers a little better from my time that I lived in California. I am kind of a Dodgers fan, but I also really like the Nats, and I like watching them play, and I like a lot of their young players, and I like Max Scherzer, so it's kind of a toss-up to me. I'll be happy whichever one wins, the Nationals or the Dodgers. It won't make that much difference to me. I do hope it's not a blowout, though, like this first game was tonight. Blue Jays to 48. The Oakland A's to 25. And Charles Johnson on a Team USA card, numbered to 99. So, you know what that means. I will have to look him up, to make sure I send it to the right team. So the Angels, though, there's dear old Bird again, because, why miss another chance to have me not be able to pronounce his name? That was a 1 of 1 for the Angels. The other one, of course, was for the Twins, and it was in the last break, but I'm just laughing because we pull the same one again. Buckeye, you said you haven't heard Kranepool's name in years. I know, right? You don't see him much, do you? Alan Trammell to 99. Detroit. Max Muncy hit a home run. Okay. And not Josh Ray. You're hoping for a brawl tonight. All right, man. Andy Pettitte. Very nice. Very, very nice. To 10 for the Yankees with the Andy Pettitte. White Sox, Carlton Fisk. Oh, I like that one too. That's another 1 of 1. There's probably, 6 or more 1 of 1s that have been in this case. It's a little bit of a stacked case there. And next up is Mark Grace, numbered to 4 for the Diamondbacks, actually, believe it or not. Yeah, the Diamondbacks hit one. Okay, so Charles Johnson is on this Team USA card. It is numbered to 99, and I need to go look him up because, we have little rules here about what happens if they're in all-star uniforms, collegiate uniforms, all that kind of jazz. And what we need to do is find out the team that he played for the longest, because that's how it goes. All that fun stuff, of course, you can find in the listing description down there. Oh man, I went to the wrong page. Down at the bottom of every listing page, there's a section called Special Circumstances, and in that you can find, well, good grief, you can find information about this. I'm sorry, I'm multitasking and not well, I might add, at the moment. I can't get this MLB website to cooperate with me at this exact moment. But I'm trying. Good grief, come on. I don't know, sometimes my iPad has a mind of its own, especially after that last update. I don't know, the thing just doesn't seem like it's being particularly responsive. Come on, Charles Johnson. Okay, so yeah, it looks like he's most years with the Marlins. He had a little bit of time with several other teams, but for length of service, which is, of course, what we go by on cards like this where he's in a Team USA uniform. I played the longest for the Marlins, so that's where that's going to go. All right. Okay, kids, let's do some recapping. All right. Okay. Andrew Jones. Well, I tell you what. We're not going to read them all off again, I guess. Or maybe I will. Maybe we'll just do the teams. Anyway, that's a 1 of 1 for the Braves. This is a 1 of 1 for the Rangers. There were tons of 1 of 1s in here. A third 1 of 1, the Yankees and Ricky Henderson, which of course is a really nice hit. Then we had a little Blue Jays hit there for Jimmy Key. And the Giants, Jose Canseco and the A's, the Twins. That's our 4th 1 of 1 that Torrey Hunter is. Vizquel makes our 5th 1 of 1. That heads to the Indians. And there's Mr. Cliff Lee coming out for the Mariners. And there's the Charles Johnson that, of course, I just looked up. And that's headed to the Marlins. Then we have this is a to 4 on the Mark Grace for the Diamondbacks. White Sox, that is another 1 of 1, so that makes what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait a minute a second. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it makes 6 1 of 1s. Then the Blue Jays hit again. There's the nice Andy Pettitte for the Yankees. The Tigers. There's 1 of 1, number 7. That one goes to the Angels. This is the A's. The Blue Jays again. The Mets. And then the Dodgers. So not too bad, man. We come out of there with that many 1 of 1s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 7. Did I count them wrong? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I lost count somewhere along the way, I guess. So 7 1 of 1s in there. I think that's not too shabby. Okay, so yeah, that is both of our breaks tonight. That's our recap. That was a nice case, actually. That's probably one of the nicer cases of retired that I have seen in a while. Had a lot of good names in there, you know, Fisk and Pettitte and Torrey Hunter and Vizquel, and it was just a very nice case all the way around, Canseco, etc. But anyway, let's do our little wrap-up stuff for tonight. And we are first going to take another little quick peek at this. Probably Saturday this gets out the door. If I can get it out to you sooner than that, I will. If something unexpected happens, could go a day later. If you got skunked, you will still get something in the mail, and it'll be consolation card or cards. They will ship out when the rest of the break goes out the door. Always the case when it is a paid shipping break. Tomorrow night, Game Day Greats full-size football helmets. We'll open a full case of those and an inner case of Illusions football, which is the last of the Illusions. On Friday, we'll start at 8:30 Eastern, 5:30 Pacific. We're going to open a half case of Leaf mini helmets. That's their release day. A case of Impeccable football and a case of National Treasures baseball. Saturday, we're going to open Game Day Greats autographed football jerseys by the full case. Another case of Clearly Authentic and another case of Bowman Chrome. Sunday is an off night. Monday night, we're going to open a pair of Gold Rush Series 2 autographed baseball jerseys and another case of Impeccable football. All right, so that has that wrapped up. Let me make sure I'm caught up on chat here. Not Josh Ray says that CJ was definitely a Marlin. Yeah, yes, for sure. I did have to go wander around and look it up and make sure, but you guys were right like you always are, so for sure. And you said you're surprised the Marlins and the Diamondbacks hit because the odds for that are pretty low. Well, you know, but they do hit sometimes. That's always the fun of it, isn't it? And Ted was here. Hi, Ted. You like the 1 of 1 Carlton Fisk? Me too. I liked that Andy Pettitte to 10. I liked a bunch in that case. It was a nice case, I thought. So, all right, kids, that is it for me tonight. If I don't see you again tomorrow night, I hope you have a great rest of your week. And I will be back at it tomorrow. So come by and say hi. See you next time. Bye.